And there is no imam whose spirit is transmitted, except it goes where its place is, and has no elevation in spiritual degrees as created up to the limit of that which is corporeal. When the period is complete and the seven is made out in full, for he who dies among us does not without his soul's being ennobled, returning to that which is better for it than the state in which it has been. Hearest thou not Al-Quran where it says, and of us are only such as have their places, let their peace be to us, and so as for these their measures and their places, let their peace be to us, and to all believers. Says Khâlid, thereupon I said, O my master, let peace from thee be to me. Who is, then, the observer, and who the prepared one? He said, O Khâlid, the prepared one is the place of the measure of the sabak, that is the station of the nataq, and the observer, the measure of the tally, is the station of the asas. Hear thou not Al-Quran where it says, but after thou didst take me to thyself, wast thou the observer of them, meaning that after the law was finished, I was discharged, meaning after I was refined as to my corporeal impersonation to the degree of the spiritual world, that thou wast the imam after me, and the legatee. But I know thou, and there are 5 missing lines here. He is a polytheist, and whoever worships the mana and its verity has hit the mark. Now you can worship God directly. And know that, O Khâlid, that the meaning, wast thou, the imam after me? The meaning is that whoever worships the ism is an unbeliever, and the ism is that which the sabak is named, so that one is certainly an unbeliever, inasmuch as he worships on the ground of its being the creator, meaning the sabak. And whoever worships the ism and the mana, meaning the sabak and the tali, is a polytheist. But whoever knows that the amr of the creator, the command of the creator, let it be exalted, made these 2 roots, and he believes in its unity and worships it. So then, glory be to that which hath indeed performed the work of creation, and hath done well its creating, which is the creator, let it be exalted, besides which there is no Lord. And be it known that as for these 2 roots, they are a light from that light, not a light like to that light, for each of these 2 lights comes forth and is manifested. Acknowledge thou that then, O Khâlid ibn Zeid, and know that if men had acknowledged their creator and the mediators of their creator, they certainly would not have been wicked and would never have come into the fire of Jahannam. The hell realm, of the hereafter. O Khâlid, beware lest thou sayest concerning me that which I say not, and tellest from me that which I do not tell. Dost thou do, I shall call thee to account for it on the day of resurrection, and shall be quit of thee, and thou wilt be quit of me. We are servants in honor to God, and purified by God, and made to be the light of God. We serve with the reality of serving him, and if he had served him with anything of our service of him, or had been charged in order to something of that, with the weight of an atom thereof, it certainly would have proved too much for you. And if there had been put upon the mountains and the heavens and the earth the weight of an atom of that to which we were obliged of obedience and service, they certainly would not have borne it, and would have sunk and disappeared on account of the burthen of that service. So then we are charged in your stead, and we serve him with the reality of serving him, and acknowledge him with the reality of knowledge of him, while there is not that obligatory upon you, therefore, which is obligatory upon us. But as for you, it is incumbent on you that ye should acknowledge us, and not deny us. and that ye shall obey us and not disobey us. And whoever acknowledges us with the reality of knowledge of us and the knowledge of our service knows that from us things come forth, and to us they will return. We are the subject lords and the hidden creatures. When thou wouldest us, O Khâlid, seek us with thine inmost soul and in the invisible realm, and thou wilt find us above that which is above, and there is not above us any superior other than the Amr of the Creator. Let it be exalted, and the Sabak and the Tali, a truth respecting that which is due. To no one of those created out of clay, that a word should be uttered, and how shall that be apprehended by such as pass away and are gone and die? Wherefore yield ye to our dictum and acknowledge ye it. This then, O Khâlid ibn Zeid, is the end of seeking. Therefore be thou a seeker. We then are the final end of the devotee. Therefore be thou a devotee, and beware lest thou go astray or slightest. Verily, Shaitan is thine enemy, so be wary of him. Says he. Thereupon I said, O my chief, thou hast said to me that if anyone reaches to the measure of the word, there is no measure beyond that, nor the like of that. And whoever acknowledges the tree attains with certainty to whatever degree he wills. What then is this word, and what is this tree? Then said our master Al-Bakr, let the benediction of God be to him. As for the word, it is Muhammad, and as for the tree, it is the prince of the believers, Ali. Let peace from them both be to us. Hearest thou not God, who says in Al-Quran, and it is the parable of a good word like a good tree, which the root is fast and the top is heaven, wherein the root of the word and its top are made two limits, the root being the sabak and the top the tali, which is the measure of Muhammad. Let the divine benediction be to him, and the tree is the prince of the believers, Ali. Let his peace be to us and to all believers, inasmuch as they too are the two tops belonging to the two roots, which constitute the asas of the corporeal world. He, let his name be magnified, adds, which bears its fruit every season, with permission of its Lord, meeting the imams whom the prince of the believers generates. Afterward he said to me, O Khâlid, dost thou keep in mind? Dost thou hearken? I replied, yes, my master, my life for thee. Thereupon he said, O Khâlid ibn Zeid, if thou wouldest acquire our sciences, acquire them from minds. To this I said, and what are the minds? He replied, those imams, let their peace be to us, whom God causes to inherit the prophetic gift. Then said I, what if I meet with no imam? He replied, thou shalt take on authority of the reliable ulamas that which they take on authority of the orthodox imams, and let their peace be to us and to all believers, or else thou shalt draw from a known book to which Al-Quran testifies, and which tradition authenticates, and the intellect approves, and from other books, but beware thou, again beware, and be thou a servant sincere in the love of us, and thou shalt be saved. O Khâlid ibn Zeid, this is my instruction to thee, then receive thou it, and it is the mystery of the Almighty God, the flesh and the blood of which the Masih, let peace be to him, said to his disciples, this is my flesh and this is my blood, so then eat ye and drink ye. And I have indeed opened to thee the pasture, and have given thee to eat, and have given thee to drink, and have drawn water for thee. So then eat thou with good digestion, and drink thou to thine health, and behave thou uprightly toward thy brethren, the believers, and sufficient for thee is that which I say, and let peace be to those who follow direction. And this is enough for men, and it is that they may be warned by it, and may know that he is one God, and that the possessors of hearts may consider. Says Khâlid ibn Zeid, there is, however, therefore, not by God, not any deity except God. After this instruction, no facilitation is in my heart respecting God, nor does there lurk in my inmost soul any doubt, and I neither deny him nor avow him to anyone except those in whom I confide, as respects friendship, to the Prince of the Believers, Ali. Let peace from him be to us. As already indeed have many people been directed to this missive, of those who have deviated from the path of orthodoxy, while I have not ceased to rehearse the instructions from our master Al-Bakr. Let his peace be to us, and present it to the hearts of his friends. Now then, whoever comes forward will be delivered, and whoever remains behind will wander in the fire, and will be precipitated into Al-Hawiyah. And this is that which I hear and see, and God is sufficient for me, and well is he the guardian.